Hello, readers of Every Word, and welcome to Every Word 365. I'm your host, Christina Madsen, and today we're starting Leviticus with chapters 1 through 3. Welcome to Leviticus. I know you're excited. Actually, a lot of people enjoy it more than they think, and actually Numbers is sometimes harder. So just do the best you can, and I'll be curious to see what you think. So far, it would all be very easy to do, right? I mean, all you have to do so far is learn the burnt offering, the grain offering, the peace offering, and tomorrow we'll add the sin offering and the guilt offering. And you would have to do it exactly the right way, which includes sacrificing animals and handling their blood and organs in a very particular way. No problem, right? I kind of want to scream. Doesn't this make you feel overwhelmingly grateful for Jesus? It's okay. You can scream and shout amen. I always want to when I read through all of this because I'm just so overwhelmed by it, and I'm not really into a whole bunch of blood and organs and that kind of thing. But seriously, as difficult as it is to read some of the Old Testament, it's all such a great reminder of how thankful we should be for something that is often taken for granted. So I encourage you to do what today's daily walk suggests. Come up with a tangible way to show your gratitude for God's great love and forgiveness. They say it's hard to grumble when you have gratitude. So sometimes we have to remind ourselves and look for those things and really train our brains to be so grateful for all the things that we have. There is one verse that I really do like, though. Season all your grain offerings with salt to remind you of God's eternal covenant. Never forget to add salt to your grain offering. That's Leviticus 2:13. Why do I like that verse? Because I love salt. I enjoy salty foods more than the sweet foods and probably consume too much of it. But I was very amused when I realized the important role that salt played in biblical times. So maybe you like your sweets better than your salt. If you're like me and you like your salt better than your sweets, you may have really enjoyed this too. So I'm including 2 links from Got Questions about salt and the significance of salt, including why we're called the salt of the earth. And this comes from that Got Questions link. Of course, the value of salt lies in its effect on its surroundings. Salt makes an impact. After telling his disciples that they are the salt of the earth, Jesus goes on to say, but if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. Yikes, great reminder for all of us. It goes on to ask, how does Jesus' statement about the salt of the earth apply to us today? Well, Matthew 5:13 tells us that we are valuable in our role as disciples of Christ. God uses us to impact the people around us, whether we are slowing down the moral decay or enhancing the spiritual flavor of the world. God has created us to be a positive impact. As followers of Christ, we are called to be different and to live righteous lives. If that is not an encouragement to go out and be salt of the earth, I don't know what is. So that's your little mini challenge today, daily challenge, to go be salt of the earth and have an impact on everyone you are around. Tomorrow's reading is Leviticus 4 through 7. You are doing great. Keep it up. Even when the readings are a little bit tougher, you can do this. Just keep on keeping on. Happy reading. This episode is made possible in part by Arkansas Filter. Arkansas Filter has been serving the state of Arkansas for more than 40 years. They sell and service a full suite of commercial, industrial, and residential filters. They are also one of the largest suppliers of UV lights, gates, belts, and HVAC chemicals and cleaners. They partner with HVAC and engineering firms to provide a variety of services and pride themselves on customer service both during and after the sale. They're all good, godly people. For more on Arkansas Filter, go to their website, arkansasfilter.net, and of course there's a link in the podcast description.